Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a spiritual medium and intuitive reader. I've got a message for the lovely Taurus today, and to let you know how this works, I have asked my guides and spirit to bring a message through the cards that will be deeply inspiring as well as uplifting this week as you navigate your journey. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. I invite you to subscribe, strongly invite you to subscribe so that you can benefit from the constant contact every week with these readings and these high vibrational information from the other side. I release readings every Saturday, and so that's available to you if you wish. If you're returning, I'm so glad to see you as well. Thank you so much for your energy and your presence. I want to get to your readings. It's an interesting reading this time. I also want to mention that I'm offering a special solstice intuitive reading for the next week or so. These are readings to really help you understand what you need to do to move forward, what karmic lessons are done, what karmic lessons are still left for you to do. They're just really amazingly powerful readings, and I don't want to talk about it anymore, but if you're interested, there's a link in the description below, or you can also visit trueguidancetarot.com. So this reading, usually we're kind of going with a big spiritual theme as this is a group reading. However, I feel like your reading, Taurus, is going on a couple different levels. I've got very specific information for you as to what's going on with a certain person or energy, but there's also a bigger message. So the universe gives you the Eight of Swords. Interesting energy. So the universe says to you, okay, not everything is as it seems. Not everything is clear. Not everything can be seen with the naked eye. Now, what this means, Taurus, is this is a week where you are being asked to trust your instincts and your gut feelings and your intuitions. Not necessarily what's going on right in front of you, what can be perceived through the five senses. This is an interesting exercise. It's almost like a game. It's almost like blind man's bluff, this card. As she's blindfolded, she's blinded. She's blindfolded and her hands are tied, but she can easily get out of this situation. So it's not like the universe is putting you in a mess. It's kind of giving you a little test to strengthen a little bit of your instincts. It's kind of like intuition boot camp in a little way. So keep that in mind. Now, I just love this response. So Taurus, you're behaving like the Princess of Pentacles, which is an earth energy, but look what she's doing. She's examining something that's in front of her face. She's saying, okay, what does this feel like? What does this look like? What does this smell like? She's still confining herself to the world of five senses because that's what's comfortable and that's what's logical, seemingly logical. I think I read something, I think it was Niels Bohr who said it. He was a famous scientist who won the Nobel Peace Prize for discovering the atom, I believe. But he said something about you're not actually using your thinking, you're using your logic. And that's interesting to me because thinking and third eye comes from the same place. Third eye is your intuition. And that's higher thought, where the logic is piecing things together in a way that makes sense to you. So that's what you're trying to do here, Taurus. You're trying to piece together something based on logic. But remember, the universe says to you, okay, logic isn't necessarily going to work. Trying to tie the facts together isn't everything because the facts don't tell you everything. Now we're going to see why. Dun, 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 foreboding music. We've got the Five of Swords going, and then the Prince of Cups meeting that Five of Swords. And they're off doing their own thing. And then look, turning away is the Strength card. So literally, you're being asked, this is a bigger test of strength. And you're like, oh my God, how can I be tested anymore? But this is saying stick to your guns, stick to what you know in your heart, stick to what you know in your gut. She has tamed that animal instinct. And instinct is something that we do share with animals. And they know when something is right or wrong. Sometimes they overreact out of fear. I see this with my cat all the time. But she has tamed that through the power of her human and her divine conscious knowing heart. So it's saying, yes, you can rely on your instincts, but really listen to what's in your heart. What's your heart telling you? because there's some weirdness going over here. Now, here's where we get into, this is a specific message about a specific person, as well as a big global message. So let me start with the bigger energy. The bigger energy is that there's promises being made that look like they are coming from the heart, but they're completely disconnected from the heart. They're only connected to an idea of what the heart or the romantic is. Guys, can you give that to me a little more specifically? Okay, these are unfulfilled promises, promises that have no intent of actually following through or becoming, being good for you. So let me try to give you a silly example. You have a choice between eating fast food or something that maybe doesn't taste so great but is more nutritious, like oatmeal. And I'm not talking about the oatmeal with the sugar, I'm talking about like plain, good, honest oatmeal. The fast food looks attractive because it seems like it's going to taste great, it seems like it's going to give you energy, it seems like it's going to be amazing for you, but it's packed full of sugar and all of this other stuff that's not so great, and you feel terrible afterwards after you've eaten it. And the oatmeal was maybe not so exciting to eat, but it sustained you for longer, and you didn't have that sugar crash. You don't have all that regret from eating the oatmeal. I think the only regret sometimes is during the course of eating oatmeal. Okay, sorry, personal joke aside. Anyway, so there's these promises that are being made, and this is either by a person, a specific person promising something to you, a false promise, or you're maybe tempted by something that seems to be all pretty and beautiful on the outside, but on the inside, they're only interested in their own gain. Our Five of Swords here. They're calculating out the best way for them to make a profit, a gain from this interaction with you. So that's why you really can't trust that area, that region of the five senses, because logically it's all going to fit together. It's all going to seem like a pretty package, like in every single Disney movie, or I shouldn't say every single, or a lot of movies where you have like the hero or the heroine, and at first, let me back up. You have the love interest, and at first they seem perfect and wonderful and whatever, and then by the end of the movie you realize they're a villain. And the true love interest was the one who's understated and the best friend, like that kind of trope. So this is really saying to be on your guard, but on your guard as in listening to your gut, because to your mind, it's going to seem very appealing. To your logic, it's going to seem very appealing. But this is a test of willpower, and you have the strength to do this, I have no doubt, but I want to give you a heads up that that's what's coming your way. Something that looks pretty, but it's not pretty underneath. There's all sorts of ickiness, malintention, manipulation. The person is out for their own gain. They're not interested in your well-being. And when I say person, I also mean thing. If this is like an opportunity for you, it's not mutually beneficial. So I'm not saying that everything that comes to you this week is going to be this energy, but just watch out, because the bigger message again is that the universe is playing blind man's bluff with you. It's saying, can you find the truth, even being blinded or bedazzled by something that looks so wonderful and looks so beautiful? Can you be strong enough to follow the strength of your heart, the strength of what you know is true? And notice also, I was doing a reading for someone and this card came up, and the person remarked on how glamorous the horse's hair looks and how wonderful he looks. And by contrast, you've got a pig on this one. But we look a little closer. First of all, she and the pig have something in common. So we understand we're talking about the same, like their faces are similar. You see that? There's something in their eyes. They both have these piercing blue eyes, and they can see the truth. So this is the human and the animal nature coming together. In this card, he may look great. He may be full of promises with that cup, but look, he's not equipped to ride into battle. He's not even equipped to walk and carry himself on his own 2 feet, because he's barefoot. Who knows what he might step on? So That was a bit of a digression, but I hope you're getting the theme that it's going to look beautiful. It's going to be wrapped up in a beautiful package. It's going to seem perfect. And logically, everything is going to check out. But you're going to have a hunch, you're going to have a feeling, or you're going to have a dream. You're just going to have some little other part of you that's not looking with these eyes, it's looking with this eye, that says, something doesn't seem right. It's going to be a very instinctive response. But if you're too busy trying to piece together the logic coming from here, you're going to miss it. All right. And I don't want you to get burned by this energy that's here. It's not very nice. Okay. Anyway, if you've got questions about that, please reach out in the comments. It's always great to hear from you. And again, I invite you to check out trueguidancetarot.com. If a reading isn't right for you right now, you might know someone who is, and I would love the chance to help anyone who's looking for the kind of help the kind of help I can offer. Oh, that's funny. Someone who's looking for more expanded perspective, someone who's looking to really dive deep into how to unlock their own intuitive potential. I love to empower people and help them grow. So anyway, that's enough about me. You have an awesome week, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.